Harrogate is defined by its grand stone architecture and meticulously maintained public gardens. It is a town built entirely around leisure and aesthetics. Looking at the geography, the dense, concentrated grid of the town center stops abruptly at the edge of the Stray, 200 acres of protected parkland. The buildings lining these streets are a direct result of Harrogate's history as a premier Victorian spa destination. For anyone visiting today, the stone obelisk of the cenotaph in the central square serves as the main navigation anchor. The majority of the town's 4-star hotels sit within a 10-minute walk of this monument. But because most of these hotels are housed in converted 19th century buildings, a 4-star rating here does not automatically mean you get modern standard amenities like elevators or central air conditioning. This creates an information trap. SEO-driven travel blogs and automated listicles routinely fill in the blanks with false data to drive clicks, hallucinating hotel features that simply do not exist. Take the Yorkshire Hotel. Third-party articles explicitly list it as a top dog-friendly option, complete with dog beds and special menus. Read their verified official policy, however, and you find a strict rule: pets are not allowed. Another hidden compromise in Harrogate's older hotel stock is temperature control. Only a small fraction of these historic buildings are wired for air conditioning. You also have to factor in the severe logistical friction of your vehicle. Central parking is highly restricted, and even at 4-star properties, spaces are often limited, charged at a premium, or located entirely off-site. To navigate this, we have to look past the generic star ratings. The only way to avoid ruined trip logistics is to map Harrogate's hotel inventory directly against specific travel scenarios. We will start with the business traveler. If you are here for a trade show, you are likely time-poor, needing reliable connectivity and climate control far more than historic atmosphere. For this profile, physical proximity to the Harrogate Convention Center dictates the entire schedule. Every minute spent walking from the other side of town is a penalty. On the city map, the Crown Plaza emerges as the default choice. It offers direct physical access to the convention center via an internal corridor. It also provides verified modern perks, guaranteed air conditioning, and a dedicated on-site fitness facility. If you book a nearby historic alternative, like the Harrogate Inn, you get a recently refurbished space and plenty of character, but you lose those reliable corporate baseline amenities. Converting a coaching inn into a modern hotel means dealing with thick stone walls that interrupt Wi-Fi signals and irregular room layouts that often feature very small, inefficient work desks. You also have to monitor the calendar. During major trade shows, the nightly rate at properties directly adjacent to the convention center can easily triple overnight. For business delegates, trading traditional Yorkshire charm for the Crown Plaza's reliable, modern functionality is simply the most logical move. If you are arriving for a leisure weekend, your priorities shift. You want a car-free itinerary where Betty's tea rooms and the Turkish Baths are right outside your door. The ideal microzone for this is the Montpelier Quarter. It sits on the southern edge of the center, offering high-end independent retail and a noticeable drop in late-night pub traffic. Within this quarter, the Yorkshire Hotel holds a distinct advantage due to its on-site restaurant, the Pickled Sprout. Their menu emphasizes highly crafted, locally sourced European dishes, featuring heavy draws like an East Coast seafood sharing board and 28-day dry-aged steaks. If your stay extends beyond a standard weekend, the White Hart Hotel is the primary alternative in the same neighborhood. The White Hart's unique advantage is its real estate configuration. They offer serviced apartments with full kitchen access, alongside their standard en-suite hotel rooms. The Old Swan Hotel delivers the highest concentration of historical atmosphere, complete with lawned gardens, but it places you a 15-minute walk from the main rail station. Ultimately, the leisure weekender accepts the friction of limited parking in exchange for a 5-minute walk to the town's best tables. Finally, we have the pet-owning traveler. This scenario requires a strict combination of verified pet policies and immediate safe access to green space for walking. As we saw earlier, assuming a hotel is dog-friendly based on a blog post is a mistake. Properties like the Yorkshire strictly forbid animals. For central convenience, the DoubleTree by Hilton Majestic is the most practical choice on the board. Their pet policy is officially verified by the hotel, and they have the acreage to support it, providing on-site gardens that solve the logistics of early morning walks. If you want true, wide-open space, you have to look at the outer ring of country resorts, specifically Reading Park or Grantley Hall. Reading Park gives you 300 acres and dedicated dog trails. The bat space comes with a geographic penalty. You are committing to a 10 to 15-minute drive every time you want to enter Harrogate. Pet owners face a clear binary choice: central convenience at the Majestic or spacious freedom out at the county resorts. We can map these trade-offs into a decision matrix. Conventions? Choose Crowne Plaza for infrastructure, or Harrogate Inn for value. Food and leisure? The Yorkshire or White Hart in the Montpellier Quarter. Pets? Doubletree Majestic for central green space, or Reading Park for a resort. But choosing the right hotel only matters if rooms are actually available. Harrogate's event schedule dictates the entire local economy. Look at the sheer density of the crowds at the Great Yorkshire Show. When events of this scale hit the calendar, the local infrastructure is saturated, and central rooms sell out completely. Your golden booking window for the Spring Flower Show in April or the Great Yorkshire Show in July is an absolute minimum of 8 weeks in advance. Whenever you book, verify the perks of going direct. Properties often reserve incentives like £10 off your restaurant tab or subject to availability room upgrades exclusively for direct bookings. A 4-star rating in a historic town means you are purchasing location, access, and character. You are not buying cookie-cutter, standardized modern luxury. By matching your specific needs to verified property data, you bypass the online misinformation and secure the exact stay your trip requires.